Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a cute little baby pig statue. By the way, just in case you have any more building related needs, I would highly recommend checking out the card system for a few things. Not only am I going to leave you links to loads of videos and playlists that I think that you guys might really enjoy, but specifically my baby mob tutorial statue playlist. Check that out if you like this particular build, and you'll find loads more stuff in there that you might really enjoy. You might see some of the other things in that playlist in the background of this world, as a matter of fact. But anyway, if you want to make the little baby pig, here's what you're going to need. Grab yourself some grass block, then flip down, grab yourself some purple stained clay, some magenta stained clay, flip over, grab yourself some pink wool, purple wool, white wool, then grab yourself some black wool, and we will need some more things later on, but we'll just grab those as we need them because they're not that important right now. So once you have each one of those materials right there, and once you've figured out what you want to make it, I'll be making it right here. You're going to want to kick off your pig with a row of 2 grass blocks coming directly up from the ground. So do 2 grass blocks coming directly up from the ground like that. Then, on top of that second grass block, do a purple stained clay, still coming up. Then, coming up from that, do a row of 4 pink wool. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, coming out in front of you from that 4th block, do another pink wool. Then go up on top of that pink wool block by 3. That's 1, 2, 3. Then come outwards from that pink wool by 3. That's 1, 2, 3. Then go up on top of that 3rd pink wool by 2 with your pink, so that's 1, 2. Then do 1 white wool, then go up by 3 with the pink, that's 1, 2, 3. Now, coming out of the back of that 3rd pink wool, you want to do a row of 5 pink wool, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then go down from that 5th pink wool by 5, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You then want to come out of the back of that 5th block by 6, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You then want to go down by 4, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you want to connect all the way back to where you first started, and you should end up with a shape that should look a little bit like this. And this is kind of like the 2D outline of the side of your pig. It kind of looks funny actually. So once you've got that taken care of, this is what you want to do next. We're going to make this a little bit more 3D because this is freaking me out. So what we want to do is, first of all, can you see this row right here that we started off with where we have a purple stained clay and like 3 pink wool on top of it? Well, what I want you to do is do another purple stained clay going right of that first initial one, and do a row of 3 pink wool directly to the right of that first initial row of pink wool. Then come behind the 2 rows that you've made and add an additional row of that row behind them. So just double up on the row that you have in front and add it to the behind part of the row. Then coming back towards the front of the pig, we want to first of all take this corner block at the top of the legs, at the top front portion of the legs, take this corner block and extend it over to the right by 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we want to basically come all the way back. You know what, this is probably the easiest way to do it. I think I've just figured out the easiest way. So what we want to do is we want to take this white wool that we have right at the top front of the statue right here, and take this white wool and go to the right of it by 1 with your black, by 2 with your pink, then 1 black, 1 white. Like that. And then the way that we're going to fill in the rest of this is actually quite simple. We want to take out our pink wool, and we want to take this pink outline that we have. It kind of looks like a duck or something. And we want to take each one of these pink wools and we want to extend them coming over to the right by 5. We've already done it once at the top of the leg, so it will look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we want to do the same thing going all the way around the pig. And we just want to kind of like trace along the outside of the pig. And this will just kind of form the shape. There's not that much detail built into the outer parts of the pig, so that's why we can do this. That's why we just had to take care of the eye parts first, because you know that how we have those like white bits for the sides of the eyes. That's why we had to just take care of that before we could do this everywhere else. But once you've counted out that first initial row of 5, if you kind of just go around in a clockwise motion or an anti-clockwise motion, whatever you want to do, just go all the way around your pig and just extend each one of those blocks over to the right hand side of where the pig's going to be by 5, and you can just follow the shape and you'll eventually be done. I know that it seems like it's taken a really long time and it might even seem unnecessary, but it's, you know what, this is probably one of the faster ways of doing this. I don't see how this could be any slower than what we would do usually. I'm going to change up the method here a little bit, up and down, it's a little bit faster than left to right. And now all we have to do is just do the under part of the pig, and we'll essentially be left with like an empty body shape, and it'll only be empty on the left and right hand sides, which is perfect because we have some detail to add to it. So once you've taken each one of those outside blocks and extended them over to the right, you should end up with something that should look exactly like that, and that's kind of what we want. Now, once you've got that taken care of, we're now going to do all of the legs before we do anything else. So, for the other pig's leg, we're going to be doing the other front one first, and it's going to be in the same place on the opposite side on the front. So, these two blocks right here, we want to take each one of these two pink blocks coming from the side, parallel to the one that we have on the left-hand side of us, and we want to extend each one of these blocks down by 3. That's 1, 2, 3. Then we want to do a layer of purple stained clay, like that. Then behind that leg, we want to add an additional layer of purple stained clay and pink wool. So we want to have something which should look like this. Once you have those two legs on the front, we now want to come to the back. And starting from underneath the back two corners of the pig, we want to take the two inside blocks on the back corners, and we want to extend the 2 blocks down by 3 rows of the pink. That's 1, 2, and 3. Then 1 row of the purple. And do that on the other side. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 row of the purple. Then add an additional layer of each one of those rows coming behind those first initial rows for the legs, if that makes any sense. So you want to end up with something that should look like this, and that's right, the legs do kind of want to hang like 1 block backwards in relation to the actual body of the pig. And you know what, since we are dealing with the back end of the pig, we can also do his tail. So this bit's a little bit optional. You see the 2 middle blocks that we have inside of the back end of the pig? Well, if we start from underneath the right middle block here in the center of the back end of the pig, and we move up by 1 block, and we place a purple stained clay coming out, then an up left diagonal, then an up right diagonal. We want to kind of have like a C shape with the purple stained clay, like that. And there we go, we have the pig's little tail, little springy, little curly tail there. It doesn't have a full-size one, he's just a little piglet. So once you've got that tail taken care of, we're now coming onto the side of the pig, and we are on the left-hand side first of all. And what we want to do, starting from the bottom left-hand corner empty space that we have right here, coming over to the right, using our magenta stained clay, we want to do 2 rows of 5 magenta. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming over to the right towards the front of the pig. Then we want to place a row of 5 pink wool on top of that row of 5 magenta, and then place another row of magenta on top of it. And what we're essentially doing right now is turning the baby pig into bacon. You know how bacon has those 2 streaks? We're not doing that, I'm joking, but that's kind of what those are. And we now just want to fill in the rest of the body area here with pink, and we just want to have something which should look like that. Now, what we now want to do, you can see where we have this bottom left-hand corner of the head, now that we've just filled in the body, this empty space. Well, on top of this corner block, we want to go up by 4 with the magenta stained clay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we want to go right by 1. Then we want to go down by 2 of the purple stained clay. Then do 2 magenta stained clay going right of each one of those 2 purple clays to give us this shape. And then we can just fill in the side of the head with the pink wool, and then we can have something which will look a little bit like this. And there we have the pig's body, and we have the pig's ear. Not only do we want to do this on one side of the pig, of course, but we want to have the same on the opposite side. So we're coming over to the opposite side now, and we can just copy that side onto this side, but if you guys want to do it the proper way, starting from the bottom right hand corner of the empty space here, coming over to the front side of the pig, we want to do 5 magenta stained clay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then a row of pink on top, then a row of 5 magenta. Fill in the empty space of the body with pink wool. Then, starting from the bottom right hand corner here of the head of the empty space that we have, we want to go up by 4 with the magenta. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to go left 1, down by 2 of the purple stained clay, then go left by 2 of the magenta stained clay to give us the ear. Fill in the side of the head with the pink, and we will have something, hang on, we'll have something which should look a little bit like this. Perfect. What we now want to do is the pig's nose. So coming to the front of the pig's face and starting from in front of the bottom, center, 3 middle blocks, or should I say 4 middle blocks, we want to do a row of 4 pink coming out the front of the statue. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 coming out the bottom, the front of the head. We then, for the next row, going from left to right, want to do 1 purple, 2 pink, 1 purple. Then on top of that, we want to do a row of pink walls. So we want to have something which should look a little bit like this, and that is the pig snout. Now, once you've got that taken care of, you have actually 100% fully completed your pig statue. That is your little baby pig, but that's not all. We're going to be doing a little something different with the pig. So now take out your grass block, and we want to do a layer of grass that goes all the way around the underneath part of your pig. So just to give your pig a little grass pedestal to stand on, we want to do a rectangular shaped area for him to stand on using your grass block, and this will take a little bit of time, and this is an area that we're going to customize once we've actually done it. And I'm also going to fill in the top because I'll have to do that later, so I may as well do that now to save me doing it later. So we're just going to fill this in with grass, and then we can extend it a little bit and make it look nice. So we have given him a little platform to stand on, and now we're just going to extend out this platform by 2 rows. So we're going to go all the way around the outside of this thing, and we're going to go all the way around the outside of it twice. So this is going to be once that I'm doing, just going all the way around the outside of it, and then we'll have to do it again. I don't know why I did that first row on the ground. That is actually pointless. That's actually a waste of time, but you want to go all the way around the top of the all the way around the top layer of grass. You want to go out around the outside of it twice. I don't know why I'm having such difficulty getting that sentence out, but we want to go around it twice like that, so we're kind of extending out the platform. What we then want to do is do the exact same thing on the ground floor, and we want to have 2 rows of grass going all the way around the bottom of the outside of the platform that the pig stands on. So we're just going to have 1 row of grass here, give it a second, and now we just want to have 2 rows of grass going all the way around, and we'll just complete this, and then we'll take a little bit of a look at it. So hang on, give me a second, we don't have that much left to do, and we just want to have something which should look exactly like that. There we go. So now we have the actual area that the pig is standing on. Then we could get rid of all of those materials. We don't actually need any of those, and we can now grab ourselves, what did I use? I used some orange stained clay. I used some orange wool and some lime wool. We'll also need some hay bales, and I'm also going to grab some bone meal because I'm too lazy to apply my own flowers and stuff. So grab all of those items. Then, starting from, you can see here where we have this corner. Can you guys see what I'm talking about? So this corner, just like front left-hand corner of the platform that the pig sits on, we want to do 2 hay bales here, like on the left hand side of that corner. Then we want to extend those down or left by 1 row like this, so we have 2 by 2 square of the hay bales. Then we kind of just want to go all the way around the outside of the shape that we form. So we kind of want to form a corner block. This is kind of difficult for me to explain, but you guys can see what I'm talking about. We kind of want to have something which should look like that. And we will have a space here on the back, which I'm going to fill in, and we don't have any more. Do that on the left-hand side, and you can actually do a similar thing on the right. So on the right, starting from the corner of the foot, we want to have like 4 hay bales here, and then we just want to go all the way around the outside of the bottom of those hay bales. So we kind of want to have a very similar shape to what we have on the opposite side, except this time the hay bales are closer to the pig's foot. Also, so starting from the bottom right hand corner of the left pig's foot, of the pig's left foot, you want to do 2 line wool coming towards you from that corner, then going right by 1 line wall, so we have kind of like a little L shape like this, and then we want to have an orange wall coming left of that L shape, of the corner of the L. Then we want to have an orange wall coming down as well. Then we want to do an orange stained clay in the center of those, and then we kind of just want to, on the floor down below it, we want to have the same shape. So we want to have kind of like an orange in this position, an orange stained clay there, an orange wall going right. So we want to have this, and then underneath that orange that we have overhanging, we just want to place another orange, and that's just supposed to be a carrot. All of these things are kind of difficult to put into words and explain, but hopefully you can see how I've made that. And just to finish this off, we're going to add a little bit of bone meal around the place, so we get a little bit bit of flowers, we get ourselves some grass, we get some nice looking stuff. That's what we're basically adding here. And if you don't get enough flowers in here, if there's maybe a little bit too much grass, because bone meal tends to do that, you might want to add some of your own flowers just to brighten things up a bit. But there you go, that is your baby pig statue. Easy enough to make, isn't it? Let's turn off the UI and let's take a look at him, and we'll give him a full rotation, because I think he's... So before we wrap this up, why don't we take a look at our 100% fully completed baby pig? We'll do a nice 360-degree view spin, because there's quite a lot to look at. So this is the fully completed custom baby pig statue. You guys really seem to like him in my creative tour video, so I decided to rush him and do a tutorial for you. I really love this statue. I love all of my baby mom statues, but I think that I did quite a good job with this one. I think that the baby pig makes a very, very cute looking statue, and I like the little area that he stood on as well. I think that adds quite a bit to it, the little baby carrot and the two little hay bales. I think it looks quite nice, and hopefully you guys appreciate it as well. So if you have enjoyed this video, if you've managed to make it, please give this video a like, a favorite, a share. If you wouldn't mind, subscribe if you haven't already. I do plenty of things like this on the channel, loads of custom statues, houses, you name it. I probably do it. I do loads of different things. I don't just stick to one thing. I take requests. Feel free to request anything down below. Let me know if you like this, request anything. Let me know if you'd make any changes. Let me know. Let me know anything, any of your thoughts and feelings down in the comment section. Check out the card system if you want to make more of these statues. You might be able to see in the background, we have like a baby creeper, behind that baby Steve, behind that baby Enderman. Right in the background, you won't be able to see it, we have a baby Ender Dragon, an Ender Dragon head house over there in the background still. Like I said, we do quite a few things over here on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the card system for my baby mob statue tutorials playlist, amongst all of the other videos and playlists that I'll be leaving in there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Remember, like, favorite, share if you wouldn't mind, subscribe if you haven't already, comment down below, check out the card system. I'll see you guys in the next video.